Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Welcome in. Welcome in. Bear with me as I'm watching three different devices simultaneously. And I apologize in advance. I know you hear my fan, and yes, it's loud. However, I'm warm and I choose not to be. So the fan is on. We will endure. Hopefully, you can hear me okay. If so, please let me know in the comments. And I'm going to scroll up and say good morning to Amelia. How are you, my darling? I certainly hope you're well. Denise said, I'm here, you're here, let's go. I know, but I had something I needed to do before I turned the camera on. So we're here. I love you, darling. Hello, Sue Ann. Good morning and welcome. Glad to have you with us today. How are you doing? Guys, as you enter the chat, of course, I ask as I always do, the broken record that I am. Please be sure to hit like as you enter the chat and let me know what you're sipping on, what you're whipping on. I will show you in the moment when I get to the end of the row what I am working on. I have deviated from my moss stitch blanket only because it's in the other room and I didn't feel like going to get it. But I also want to put some rows on this while I have it available. Wait a minute. There she is. Hello, Charlotte Brown. How are you, my darling? Good morning, good morning. You look good. You know you do. Anyway, guys, do me a favor and let me know what the project of the day is for you. Because as you can tell, I'm a little bit squirrely and a whole lot excited. For those that are members of my channel and just had the opportunity to hang out with me during our royal court gathering, you will recognize that my hair is now up. I told you I was hot. Your girl doesn't do hot any better than she does being cold. I must be comfortable. So the hair went up and the hook came out. So I'm almost at the end of my row. Good morning, Sugar Diamond. Good morning and welcome in. Welcome in. How are you? And did you sleep last night? I wonder. I wonder. And Charlotte said, did the thumbs up. I'm great. Water in my cup. Very good. Sugar Diamond is saying good morning to everyone. I love that for us. And I am adamant that today I am going to make progress on multiple different things. I got a video filmed already that will go up for the members. Sugar says, maybe. Maybe she slept, maybe she didn't. But I'll take that's none of my business. And I'm okay with that. Amelia says that she is sipping on Cafe Bustelo, Granny Square blanket. Amelia, are you in my head? I need to know because you know that's my coffee. And what you don't know is that I am working on a variation on a Granny Square blanket. This one is modern Granny Squares to start, and then I morph into the traditional Granny Squares, and then I'm going to go back to modern Granny Squares in the next color, the golden color. So, we are twinning today. I love that for us. So, what is everybody else doing? I'm almost sure, though I don't know, that Sugar Diamond probably doesn't have a hook in her hand. Good morning, Jeremy. Good morning and welcome in. Jeremy, recognize anything? Thank you, Amelia. Thank you so much. This is something that I wanted to work on away from the traditional activities that I have going on. I am done with the modern Granny Square for my top. Sugar is saying hi to Jeremy, and I love that. The modern Granny Squares are done for the top. I am working on the top part that'll go towards my neck and my shoulders. And it's coming along. One of them is done. The other one still needs to be done. Sugar Diamond said, I am absolutely correct. She is not hooking. Girlfriend says, not today. Stop it and leave it alone. And I will. And I will. So, Jeremy, I have to ask, because you always have some of the best things in your cup. What are you sipping on this morning? Share the details and make a girl jealous. And he, of course, is saying hello to Sugar Diamond. And I realized, though I put my hair up, I should have probably put it in a bun, because the edges are scraping across my shoulders and it's annoying. I used to think, having gone to a military school, that hair in a bun is a bad idea. No, hair in a bun is a very good idea. And Jeremy says, regular coffee. Are you on punishment? What did you do? Why is it regular? And by regular, do you just mean ordinary beans, ordinary water, no flavoring, no creamer, no sugar? Really? Is this our Jeremy? Are you okay? Do we need to send an SOS over there? Tell the truth. I tell you to blink twice, but I can't see it. I'm not ready for Jeremy to be drinking regular coffee. That never happens. Ran out of my special creamer. No! I don't like this for us. I love living vicariously in your cup. Come on. We must protest. Who do we need to see? What do we need to do? We got to fix that. Like yesterday. I'm going to pull that down. So, what does everybody have on their agenda for today? Today, my schedule is ridiculous. I'm excited about it, and I have everything written down, because if I don't, nothing's going to happen. Hello, my beautiful Erin. Welcome in, my darling. How are you today? What are you sipping on? And what are you whipping on? And how's the weather where you are? My regular creamer is sweet, Italian sweet cream, though. Ooh, really? I love that, but for me, that's a little too sweet. And I can't find one that is sugar-free or low sugar that won't run my glycemic index up to the sky. And we'd rather not do that, so I don't. But I love the taste of it. If I can get away with those extra sugar calories, I do, because it's good. Erin said, I'm doing okay. Little rain here, drinking water, working on a stitch. Oh, a stitch medley chevron. Oh, yes, yes, yes. What colorways? I need to know. I need inspiration. So tell and share, tell and share. And Sugar Diamond is saying hello to Erin. And I am feeling my knee, and it's not happy with me. So forgive me as I move you ever so slightly. There we go. I have to readjust you a little bit. Purple and white. Ooh, I know some people that will love to see that. Sounds beautiful. I am currently working with the Red Heart Bitty Stripes. Yes, you guys know it itches for me, but I endure, because the colorway is simply too beautiful to leave alone. And Jeremy and Sugar Diamond are both greeting and complimenting Erin, and I love that. My colorway today is the crayon box colorway for that, and then I'm complementing it with the golden Red Heart Super Saver Jumbo. Bear with me, when you're doing that very first round, it always takes a moment to pay attention to. Good morning, BB. How are you feeling, my darling? You've been on my mind. How are the babies? And Jeremy said, after breakfast, I will get back to my vintage yarn. Timber trails in red and white. Wow. Ooh. You make sure we get a picture of that, because I know Sugar Diamond's going to want to see that. I know what you meant, baby. You don't have to correct yourself. I speak crazy. That would be me. And besides, I have children who type things to me, and half the time it's woefully misspelled. I am learning not to be a horrible person about those types of things. At least I'm trying to be. I can't promise that I always am, but I try to be sensitive to the feelings of others, or at least more sensitive than I used to be. So, and hello to my lurkers. How are you today? I hope the answer to that question is well. I dearly wish that for you today. I am on that last round of changing colors, so that's always fun. And I have to pay more attention when I'm doing that. So, excuse me. The boys are doing good. Of course, I'm going to ask. They're our family. We need them to be good so you can be good. How did the laundromat go? See, I try to remember what you guys are up to when you tell me, though I forget everything pretty quickly, I must admit. Aaron said this blanket was almost Timber Trails, but I decided the chevron instead. You know what? As long as we have yarn and hooks, we can make whatever we like, and it is always okay. So hook away, my darling. And I still want to see it no matter what you make. Jeremy, I am grateful to hear that, because you know you not feeling well makes me not feel well. I worry about you, darling. I love you. But the bronchitis is under control from the flu last week. Well, you know, I went through it months ago. And take your meds, drink plenty of fluids, rest. Rest. Those things are required in order for improvement. And Amelia is saying hello to BB. I hope you guys enjoyed this week's videos. One of the things I wanted to chat with you guys about was the fun that I had, not just creating the videos. That's always fun, I must admit, or else I wouldn't do it. But I enjoyed putting the music together for your videos this week. I had a blast. Music is one of the cornerstones of what happens in my day that makes everything so much more fun. And BB says, I'm enjoying my hazelnut coffee and working on a hexacardi. Ooh, I keep saying I want to get back and do another one. I've done 4. I want to do another one. I have one of my own. Everybody else took them. And Sue Ann said, been working on my luck of the draw in Granny Square. Ooh, I've never done a luck of the draw, although I think about it. The reality of it is I probably won't get to it this year. Yes, we are saying hi to Jeremy and indeed hoping he feels better soon. So, hi V, welcome in. I'm sorry, I jumped over V. Denise, I'll be right back. Okay, hang on. V said, the Saturday is starting off well. It is over here. I hope it is for you. Music gets me through everything. Yes, it is the undercurrent to what we do. And Denise said, I'm going to start a chevron blanket in spring colors. Oh, I have to see it. I must make sure that I do. Thank you, Denise, in advance. Oh my goodness. I see, just the idea that excites me. Like, I want to put that on the hook now. No to Michelle, you cannot put that on the hook. You have enough going on, Miss Ma'am. You need to finish. Startitis is not a completion. It's just the beginning. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I have no idea what next week's music selections will be, but I'm looking forward to getting that underway. And BB says, let me get to it. Love the music on your videos, Michelle. You had me dancing more than I was crocheting. That's my hope. Though I enjoy the fact that you crochet with me. Jeremy said, I want to wait and see if Karen comes out with another anniversary cake to do an oversized hexie cardigan for myself. Oh my goodness. Jeremy, if they do, what color would you want? Please do tell the class. And hey, Coley, how are you, my darling? My morning is good. How is your morning? I, of course, am having a blast. So, sounds like my son just left, which is just fine. Yep. And of course, BB is saying hello to everyone. That's too loose. Fix it. Like I said, greens and purples. I like that. I think that'll look good on you. Let's just see what they come out with. I have 3 anniversary cakes. I've never done anything with them, and I have no idea what I'm going to do with them. Everybody is saying hello, and I have a blue one, a green one, and a purple one. And I'll be honest with you, the one I wanted the most was the prism colored one. Ooh, Erin has 2 purple anniversary cakes. Were they this year's or previous year? And I have no idea why I have them. Because I have no idea what I'm going to do with them. They make great decoration, but let's be realistic. Yarn is not for decorating, or at least it shouldn't be in my world. It should be for using. And I have no use for them at this moment. This year's, you know what? I especially loved that purple. It's something about it. I had to have it, which is why I have it. Okay, let's put this in its spot and move on to the flip around. Okay. Yes, yes, and yes. One. Flip. I have to keep my finger pinched on my project or I will forget which direction I'm going. And I don't want to do that. 2, 3, hang on. Thank you guys. You all are so indulgent of my shenanigans, and I'm grateful. So, 1, 2, 3. Ooh, there we go. I try to see all the things in all the places. Like I said, I have my television on and I can just see a preview of what you guys are seeing. I have my phone up so that I can see if the chat moves faster than it does here on my device. There we go. Boop. Had to move that. And I am diligently hooking. Now, of course, we are post birthday. Shenanigans is my middle name. Oh my goodness. Yours should be the rescuer because you rescued me from my shenanigans with your sweetness. So, what's on your goal plans for you guys for the month of April? And I think most of you who know me pretty well know that I have an unpopular opinion about things that I will and won't crochet. I have a question for you though. What is it you will or won't crochet? And V is asking BB if she has a channel. I like the answer to this. I know the answer to this, but I want to see what she says. So, what are some of the things you guys are planning to make for this spring season? Are you guys working on any fun cows, mals, or what are you doing? Jeremy said, I will be making my first sewn tote bag for my mom's birthday. Oh, that's wonderful. You sew too? Jeremy, my gracious. I do not know how to sew. I don't even own a sewing machine. Denise, it's a matter of getting it on the hook and getting it done. That's my thing. I have a lot of projects that are in flux because I haven't done it. This will be your mal. Okay, okay. Jeremy says, I love to sew. And Charlotte said, I would like to crochet a wearable for myself. I've done that and am working on another one. It is addictive. You will have so much fun with it. I say, just do it. Push everything to the side, make something for you. Okay, one second. BB said, of course, no V. I do not have a channel. I just enjoy watching other yarn and crochet channels. But she's got the talent to have her channel. I'm telling you that. But no pressure. Besides crocheting, I love making quilts. Really? I have a quilt that was gifted to me by a friend's mom, and I treasure it. I absolutely treasure it. Of course, it has all of the pinks, and I'm telling you, no matter what my mood is, when I go to snuggle up with that quilt, it means the world to me, and I'm always in a better mood for it. My goal will be to finish 2 cardigans that I have on the hook. Very good. Okay. And Amelia said, crocheting kitchen curtains in the shade of purple. Ooh, make sure we get pictures of that. And Sugar Diamond is saying hi to BB in thread. Oh my. Amelia, I desperately need pictures of that because there's no way I'm going to do it. But, oh, I love to see the beauty of it. Coley says she will be right back, and I will be right here. Right? BB said, oh, Amelia, I want to see pictures of those curtains. Yes, please. Quickly now. Well, don't rush through it because we don't need a rush project. But, yes, we want to see that. And BB is saying hi to Sugar. And Amelia is saying, yes, we will. I love this for us. Jeremy said, I have to figure out how to incorporate spider lilies into my mail for one's spring make-along. They come in so many different colors. Call me naive or foolish, but I have no idea what a spider lily is, my darling. Please, you know how to reach me. Send me a picture of a spider lily so I know what we're talking about. And not right now because I won't get to see it. But after, please don't forget, because I'll forget, and then I'll see it and I'll know. I like learning. 1, 2, and 3. So, like I said, the golden color that I'm putting on the blanket, I'm doing in the modern granny stitch. So I kind of have to pay attention in the corners or else I'll forget to put the corner loops in. Yes, you talk about king of talent, Jeremy. And then I learned from watching another content creator, our Matt the Rockin' Crocheter. Jeremy, I had no idea you've only been crocheting for 1 year. That blew my mind. I've been crocheting for decades, and I would say, without question, I'm not even close to you in talent. You, sir, are quite the inspiration. So thank you. And thank you. Oh, goodness. You guys don't have no idea how much I talk about this shawl and how much it means to me. Oof. It really does. I love it. And I was watching someone else's project, and I said, oh, that's Meow. And everybody's like, how do you know that? I just know. BB, you know what? Slow crow is still crow, and that's always a good thing. And Aaron said, I can say for someone else that who's not been crocheting, it's all in the teachers. I would agree with that. Some of the things that I have created most recently, I was able to succeed at because of the instructions that were given and the format that information was given. Hey, Manuela. Hi. Welcome in, sweetie. How are you? Hello, Melissa. who is also saying hi to everyone in chat. I love that for us. Thank you for being here, darling. Oh, goodness. And BB is saying hi. I love that. So, as I was saying in our members only live earlier, one of the things about April that is one of the things I was saying about April is the fact that it is Autism Awareness Month. And as the mom of an adult with autism, this is something that means a lot to me. And I am going to try to find a way to incorporate things that will benefit or support the autism community. I haven't really decided how that's going to look, but I'm excited to work on that as well. And I'm getting behind. Everybody is saying hello. Ooh, what are we cooking, sugar? I need to know. And I swear I'm going to stock her pantry so I can get some of that coffee she's always talking about. You know what? I knew one of your kids was on Spectrum, BB. I didn't know both. Bless you. Exactly. We all want to know what's happening in her kitchen. And Erin said, I don't think I'm fast. I just spend more time that I probably should on my projects to get them done. If they're getting done, then is it really time wasted? I think not. I think that's success, my darling. Do that. And I figure when I have hook and yarn in hand, I am usually not getting in trouble. A Jamaican dish, stew pea. She said peas. I'm out. However, coffee, yes, please. I will send you money. Oh, that's so good. That is so good. Melissa said, oh, that sounds good. Amelia. Now that I did not know. And Coley says that she is back. Yes. Oh my goodness. I am laughing because what I did not realize about our community is so many of us are directly impacted by supporting, loving, and being connected to a member of our family who is on the autism spectrum. And I'm laughing not because that is at all a funny thing, but it made me think of so many of the quirky things that have happened in my life because of my son's experience with autism. This young man, I was thinking earlier today about him being a little boy. Oops. Oh, are you kidding me? I just found something that makes me have to frog. I love that for me not. But here we are. Anyway, I think he was about maybe 4 or 5. And one of the things about my son was he loved music as a little boy once he started really doing the things that he did in school. And one of those things he loved to do was dance. Though it was unique, we'll call it that. It was unique dancing. But he loved to do it. And he especially loved having the attention of his teachers. So they would allow him a dance break. And the rule was if he was dancing, nobody else could dance. Except maybe a teacher, as in one, not both. And he decided which teacher was allowed to dance. And all I thought was, my goodness, my son was a leader even as a little bitty boy. So that made me laugh and smile. I had to remind myself that in my joy of laughing at some of the things that he did and some of the things that he accomplished, it was beyond the thinking of those that diagnosed him that he would be able to do those things. And I'm so thrilled that I got to parent him through that diagnosis. Now, I just wish that I could roll back those times and say to those people, you have no idea who he really is. But okay. And the reality is we don't get to wind back time. Thank you, Amelia. Thank you. I've been feeling very rearview mirror like today. I was thinking about when I first said I was going to homeschool my daughter and what the reaction was by so many of my family members and how they didn't necessarily see the vision that I had for this and weren't very supportive. In fact, a fair number of them honestly questioned if it was abuse because I was taking my child out of the traditional school setting to bring them home. For what? And the answer was to do what wasn't being done in school. And it was a lot of work. But I didn't know I was up for the task, but I didn't see any other options available to me to get where we needed to go. And my daughter initially was on board, then she wasn't. And I think she thought she could outlast me by being stubborn and not doing what I wanted. Now, the end result was she's phenomenal. And Jeremy said, I'm finding out as I get older, I masked a lot as a child and could have been diagnosed as high functioning. You know what? I wonder if that's the case for myself. Because girls and women present on spectrum a little differently than males do. And I have some of the hallmarks of persons diagnosed with autism. So, not a bad thing, just a thing. My operating system is a little bit different. And I can tell you this, I have been so abundantly blessed by the experiences I've had with my son's journey and learned a lot from people who would have been cast off simply based on their diagnosis. And I apologize. I realize you guys are probably hearing that bumping as I hit the microphone very unintentionally. So that's what's been on my mind today. Mama! Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Hi, lady. How are you? What are you sipping on? What are you whipping on? Give us all the details. And stop pouncing on people without saying good morning first. Okay, you've said good morning. Pounce away. Oh, I can't believe this cup is over halfway empty. Ooh. And I said before I got started with this live that I had to stop and eat something. And I did. I had half of a sausage. I need to eat. I just don't want to. She says, pounce, pounce, pounce. Yay! Miss those pouncings. And Amelia saying hi. Kim said, hooking and lurking. I love it. I love it. Please, please do. You know what, Coley, let me put this stitch in and bunny ear that, and I will type it in the chat. Jeremy is quite perfect, indeed. Bloop. Let me see if I can get my keyboard to cooperate. Here we go. There we go. And done. So that is my email address. For those of you that need to reach out to me, please feel free and give me grace. Your girl is horrible at checking her email and updating her Facebook and her website. Okay, I'm checking my boxes. Done with that. On to happier things. So, of course, Coley, my pleasure. I love staying in touch with you guys. yes, you are so very welcome. Uh, now I get to restart. I'll be okay. I will be okay. So, and I don't know what my lurkers are working on, but I am so grateful you guys are here. Two of my grandkids are special. How awesome. That, how did you, I have to ask you, Sue, because you brought that up, and I hope I'm not being too personal. If I am, say, I don't want to address that, and that's okay. But how did you, as a grandparent, deal with the idea that your grandchildren had unique differences in their diagnosis and things like that? I know for our family, it wasn't just a challenge, there was some pushback. Like when I said, I think that we are looking at autism, I was told, no, no. I won't say everything that got said, but we'll leave it at they didn't believe me. Thank you, Jeremy. Yes, this is my issue. I love the colorway, but it feels different. It's itchy. This is itchy, which is why I have this. No, it's not deodorant. This is the salve that I create for my hands because, yeah, that itchy texture wears me out. And I can only work with it for a period of time and then I have to stop. And I'll either put on more salve or I'll pick up a different project because, yes, it itches. Jeremy, how do you deal with the itchiness or unique texture that is Bitty Stripes? Because it does not feel like regular Super Saver. Super Saver can be a little rough, beautiful, functional, and washes up so soft. But when you're working with it, rough. And the only thing I want to be rough is the sound that a dog makes. So, excuse me. But there is that. Now, 1 second, I'm in a corner. This is when I need all of the speed of an Aaron or a Jeremy because I am slow with this part. And having to redo it, not fun. Necessary, but not fun. So, there. Try to get that settled. I did not realize we have been going for almost 39 minutes. Wow. Jeremy, I moved to a different project when my sensory overload gets too much. I absolutely understand that. It's one of the reasons that I don't do a lot of two weight and under yarn projects unless I double them up because anything that thin becomes annoying to me. Not because it isn't beautiful, not because others don't enjoy it. I don't enjoy it. Oh, Aaron, I actually probably can guess. Hopefully, not as much as I do. I promise you, I could start a restaurant with frog legs based on how much time I frogged. As one should. Sometimes you just have to take a break. And Sue addresses my question by saying, at first I was sad, but they are so loving and they are fragilettes. My son was tested for that, and I was fortunate enough to learn that was not his diagnosis. Well, not one of them, thank goodness. But I'm very empathetic to families that are dealing with that experience. That is a unique experience and a road that can be challenging. But there is beauty in the people that they are, and that's what makes us love them. It also doesn't make me give them a pass for any bad behavior. So I think that was the thing that people learned about me parenting my son, that Though I am definitely probably weaker with him than I should be at times, I'm still mama. And mama says no. Mama says stop. Mama says and I'm not giving in. And my no is a no, not a maybe, not keep trying me or annoying me, because I'll walk away. So, and I think that's why he is who he is, because I hold to my word. So, but of course, he's the same person who can lose a pair of mittens 2 days after I make them and come home and go, I need new mittens, and I'll make them. Aaron said, most of my projects are for other people. So if I see a mistake, I feel like I have to fix it. I can understand that. Very true. And Jeremy, some of that includes us feeling challenged for what they're going to face and giving them the tools that we can to support them in that journey. This is me, Aaron. I see a mistake and they will never notice it, but if I notice it and I can correct it, I do. And I tick my boxes if I miss a mistake and I catch it later and they've already got it. My daughter currently has a blanket that I made years ago. And every time I see that blanket, I don't see the beauty of that blanket because it is a beautiful blanket. I see that one mistake. It glares at me, it screams at me like, look what you did. It's highlighted in my memory. No matter how many times I don't see it for months on end, the moment that she pulls it out, there it is, looking at me, telling me, you made a mistake. BB, I totally understand. Hook away, my darling. I am merely company today, and I am grateful to be just that. Okay, so what's the limit? I gotta know, because I have frogged back way more than I probably should have, but I frogged. And Aaron said that that's how I feel. Yes, we are the most dangerous things to our own mental health. We will vex ourselves and punish ourselves and cross examine ourselves so much more than we really should, because oftentimes the recipients of the things that we make either don't see the mistakes, don't notice the mistakes, or just don't care because they know they can't do what we do. We need to learn to give ourselves more grace. It's important to do that. It's important to love us. Hey, Tanja, welcome in, darling. I'm so glad to see you today. How are you? And what are you sipping on and whipping on today? Please tell us. Jeremy said, 5 rows is my limit. If I have to frog more than 5 rows, then I start over. I understand. I have admittedly frogged way more than 5 rows. Way more. Or I ask myself, is that something we can live with? Oftentimes, unfortunately, the answer is no. And like you, I start over. Or I fudge it. If we can fudge it, sometimes that's cute too. I think fudging things is necessary in certain circumstances. Now, what I just saw in this was you're supposed to have 3 double crochets in the one space. I had one. So I couldn't even fudge it. It was right there. And V said, Aaron, I'm the same way. I have to fix the mistake. Yes, yes. Doesn't it feel better to come into the community and discover you are not the only one who does those things, no matter how weird they may seem to others? And Tanja said, I'm doing good. I just finished a queen size blanket for my son and I pulled out those knitting needles. What? Oh my goodness. You, darling, are amazing. And Sue said, you have to hold that word. They are a lot of work, yes. one of the kids is nonverbal and the other one never stops talking. Well, that one may be talking for the other one. Sometimes that does happen too. They know what their nonverbal communications are, and they'll speak on behalf of a nonverbal person. V says, sure is. It always seems when I make a mistake, all I see is a gaping hole and it bothers me, LOL. I understand, Aaron. And Aaron said, if only my mistake was an extra stitch instead of a missing one. That was exactly what I was looking at. Like I said, there was one where there should have been 3. Kitty! Darling, how are you? How dare you wake me up with such beauty in the morning? Got to watch your video? Oh my goodness. I am sending you the biggest hug. Squeeze. Welcome in, my darling. What are you sipping on? What are you whipping on? And if you're not whipping, are you getting ready for what's going on your channel this afternoon? And V says, Aaron, for real. You know what? You are great every day. I'm just glad your body is matching your mind. So I am only going to be on here for a little less than 15 more minutes. I would love to stay longer, but I have errands to run outside the home. My goal is to get to the storage unit today to put numbers on the totes that are already there and to drop off the last 3 totes that have to go into storage that are here. And your question of how am I am amazing because you guys are here. You all have no idea just how much you all make my Saturday. This has been so much fun, and it is such a spiritual uplift for me, despite the fact that I detest the live experience because I'm always afraid that I'm going to say something I shouldn't say or do something that I shouldn't do, and I never want to embarrass myself or anyone else. And I love that you guys tell me to watch out for myself. I'm going to take someone with me. I'm not going out in the wild by myself. I promise you there will be somebody with me. With this back and these knees, we are not playing that game. When you get done with all of that, come back for a cup of coffee. Oh, come by for a cup of coffee. I'd love to if I was coming that direction. If I were going to Illinois, I would definitely be over there. You have some of the best coffee because you've got an amazing machine. I'm still envious. Maybe we need to make a plan to try to get together. Aaron, let's talk. We need to talk. Okay, I'm getting lost. V said I have to do paperwork together for my taxes. I don't even want to talk about taxes. Sugar is saying hello. I love that fiber work hanging behind you. Thank you. This is something that I made. A yarn spinner gave me some yarn that she personally spun, and that was what I created with it. Jeremy said, yeah, I added 2 more to the 30-gallon totes in my stash. Oh my goodness. Lord, that's a lot. Charlotte said, love you all. Have a blessed and safe weekend. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, Charlotte. I love you. Have a great weekend. Aaron, we're going to work that out. I know we've been talking about this for a while. We're going to do it. Okay, Tanja said I posted a pic in the Facebook group. I will definitely head over and check that as soon as not as soon as we're done. As soon as we're done, I got to get things organized because when people get home, they're going to want to go so we can get back. And I understand that for them because I understand that for me. So I'm laughing now because I had to frog. My goal was to have had at least 1 row done on this, and yeah, nope, that didn't happen. Now I'm checking my numbers because it looks like I'm off by 1 again, but it's in this row. Nope, I'm not. You guys are yarn addicts. Well, we admit this. We admit this, sugar. We are not ashamed. We are proud of our yarn. And yarn is a project in the making, or maybe it's decoration. Maybe it's an apocalyptic storage unit. Hmm. Think about it that way. It's warm. It's clothing that hasn't been created yet. It's all kinds of things. So yes, we love our yarn. Two 30 gallons, two 27 gallons, and 9 8-gallon totes now. Woo. All of my totes are 64 gallons, and I'm currently up to 11 that are going to be in the storage unit. We won't talk about what's on the wall. We don't talk about what's on the wall. We don't talk about what's in the bags or the boxes or the crates. And yes, as you notice me looking around, those are the things that I'm literally looking at. And maybe the bags that are on my bed. We won't talk about it. Sugar says, I love that for you guys. Yes. 18-gallon, not 8. I thought that's what you meant, but I didn't want to correct. And Aaron said I have 10 27 gallons and 2 of the other ones. I have no idea how many of the smaller totes that I have. Those are just my portable totes, whether they're under my desk, in the hallway, in the living room, and a couple of shoe boxes. Now, you know that's very Matt of you. And for those that you don't know, Matt the Rockin' Crocheter keeps his yarn in a tiny little shoebox. I feel so sad for that yarn. So sad. But it's bougie yarn, so I'm always like, if only. Yeah. Wow. I have zip totes. What's a zip tote? Correct my thinking. I don't know. I took some of us on a yarn tour. Whoa, I missed it. Why did I miss this? Well, I'll just have to see the yarn when I get the coffee. Simple. Sugar says, as in none. No totes. I love that for you. Now, if I were to ask you how many pens, colored pencils, markers, paint palettes, paint tubes, then the conversation might sound a little different. And that's not a judgment, because the beauty of what you create is unprecedented. And I love that for everyone who gets to see it. Oh, my gracious. Oh, I gotta get to the end of this. To think I was supposed to get a minimum of 2 rows on this. Yep, I'm not moving from this chair till I do. But not necessarily with you guys. But my last trip to Joann required me to buy another tote. Okay. Yeah, I'm ordering 4 more totes because I have just recently placed another order for yarn. Well, some can. Some can. Okay. Okay. Jeremy said now he is starting to build the fabric stash too. Jeremy, ooh, I will be talking to you. Because like I said, I don't know how to sew. But there are things I want to know. Yes, Jeremy sews. What does he not do? You talk about a superhero in the creative community. Clark Kent, unassuming, gentle, sweet, and can whip up whatever with whatever. Wow. And Aaron said, I bought a sewing machine but it's still in the box. I didn't even buy a sewing machine. I'm not even that far along the process. I want to learn to sew, but where am I going to put it? I finally pulled out my Cricut Joy earlier this week. I've had a Cricut Joy for 2 years. I've used it twice. Oh my goodness. But I pulled it out this week so that I could make numbers for my totes for the storage unit. And we won't even talk about the fact that there is a Cricut Maker brand new under my bed. I've never used it. Never. Because it's kind of big. And I have no place to put it right now. So there it sits. Wait a minute. Let's try that again. 2 and 3. Okay, guys, I am putting in my half double for that first round, which should have been the third round. It is what it is, and I'm okay with that. And on that note, I am going to let you all return to your regularly scheduled Saturday. Thank you guys for being here. I love you for hanging out with me. I love you for hanging out with each other. I certainly hope you all have some fun today, and I will see you in the YouTube streets. I'll be lurking in some places and chatting in others, but wherever, if you see me, say hi, and I will speak back if I see it. And if I don't, then know that either way, I love you. I thank you, and I will see you very soon. Till then, have some fun today. Bye-bye.